Hey, this is Matt once again. We're about to another video, and this is a paid request for Ben. Thank you so much for that. For those interested in requesting any type of videos, feel free to send it either directly down to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. I do have a Cash App as well for those interested. Ben, he's been very nice and generous in sending requests. Really appreciate it each time he does that, so hopefully more in the future. But that's up to him. But thank you, Ben. I hope you enjoy. He wanted me to do a commentary on 8mm, the 1999 film. So let's get right into it. I know it's a bit darker, but it's about 5, almost 5:30. So by the time it's get fully dark, but maybe I'll fit with the mood of the piece. Because I don't want the light on because it'll be hot as hell because it's Texas. But I'm paused at the beginning. It's about a little over 2 hours long. 3, 2, 1, pressing play. And here we don't have the logo coming up now with the Columbia and the toga lady. Toga, toga. What's under the dress? What's under the toga? Are you hairy? Are you starey hairy? Shave it, toga. But 8mm I first saw back in the day on, I think it was VHS tape, and then on DVD. Did not see in the theater. I don't know why I always, for some reason, remember this having an opening like 7, but it doesn't. It just shows 8mm. For some reason, I always thought it had like a 7-esque opening, like scratches and pieces of the film thrown across the screen. I don't know why I thought that. Because here you just see the camera and then it says 8mm at the bottom. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I do remember that part. But yeah, I do remember really enjoying this film. Joel Schumacher directed it. Great director. Yes, he did Batman and Robin, but he also did Falling Down, Flatliners, The Lost Boys, Phone Booth, The Time to Tell, a lot of good movies. Nicolas Cage, this is after he had won Leaving Las Vegas. He had done films like Con Air and The Rock. I do like Nicolas Cage. I like some of his choices nowadays. Mandy, Willy's Wonderland, among others. Definitely an interesting actor. When this film came out, I know people say it made money, but it cost $40 million and only made like $36 million in the U.S. If you take in the overseas, it made like $96 million worldwide. People go, "Whoa, it's $96 million. It cost $40 million." Yeah, but the advertising, the marketing, also is a factor. Movie theaters take a chunk of change. That's a factor. So I guess maybe it made a little bit of profit, perhaps, but I don't know. I can't imagine a whole lot. I remember that Andrew Kevin Walker wrote this, who of course wrote Seven. This year he helped write on Fight Club and Sleepy Hollow. And Andrew Kevin Walker disowned this film because he wrote a much darker script. The studio wanted the tone a bit lightened. He said no. He figured Joe Schumacher would agree with him. Probably just, hey, this guy did The Lost Boys and other movies. But no, Joe Schumacher agreed with the studio and decided to lighten the film up a bit. And Andrew Kevin Walker didn't like that and disowned the film. Apparently to this day he's never seen it. I guess people look at it where it's about a snuff film, but it is shot very much like a Hollywood movie. It's still a dark movie, but it's not a Serbian film, you know, that type of movie. So here we're showcasing Nicolas Cage as an investigator. He's got a wife and a kid. People at the time, I remember the word was people thought this film was too tame. They thought the film was too tame, that it played it too safe. And because of that, they didn't like it. They thought it should have been much more disturbing, much more hard-hitting, much more tension-fueled, much more violent, much more gritty. Just Again, people thought it was tame. I mean, I can understand what they're saying, but I like the movie we got. I did not need a depressing ending. I like the story. I like the way it's shot. I like Nick Cage in it. He's much more subtle in this movie. But I like the story. It's about a guy who's an ordinary guy who goes on this case, goes down some pretty dark turns. At the end of the film, comes back home, and his final words are, "Save me." Of course, he found out he does smoke. But yeah, I guess I get what people mean if they say it's a bit too tame. But like I said, I liked the direction it went. I didn't need it to go into a grindhouse exploitation bit of business. Again, I'm sure people would have preferred it that way, but number one, it would have done even worse at the box office. Number two, okay, if you don't worry about that, you worry about what a film is at the end of the day. That way, I was able to center more on the story, center more on the character and what he's going through than just stop for 5 minutes for the horror gore show, which a lot of times even that isn't successful. So, as I'm fine with the movie we got. And like I said, Nicolas Cage is definitely much more subdued in this, which I think works better for the character. I guess it's similar to George C. Scott's film Hardcore, which is about him looking for his daughter, and then, although that's more about pornographic films, while this is more about snuff films. But I mean, just the idea alone, there's not a lot of movies about snuff films that were in the mainstream, I should say. I mean, you had a film called Snuff back in the day, which was a pretty bad exploitation film. You had what was that one film? There's been a few like independent horror films that dealt with that nature. Some found footage films where it's found footage and they took the footage and now it's going to be a snuff film. So, but not a lot of mainstream really dealt with that. So, for some people, it might have been the first time they heard the term. It's definitely a nice looking movie, as it is very gloomy, shadows, low lighting. Even this scene here is not sunshine, it's like a little bit of a gloomy, like clouded day. That's a rich ass place. This guy with the glasses, that's Anthony Heald. I recognize him. He's in Sounds of the Lambs. He's the one who Anthony Hopkins at the end goes, "I'm having a friend for dinner." And then Anthony Hopkins follows that guy. And at the end, Anthony Hopkins is going to kill and eat him. And then Anthony Heald was also the human prickly villain in Deep Rising with Treat Williams. I don't know, I like the setup of the film. This older woman who's a very nice person, you tell very genuine in her genuine in her nice quality capabilities as a human being. Who comes to find out that her husband might have had some really dark secrets. Although you have to wonder, this husband, why he did not just have this destroyed, because he would know eventually if he died, someone would look in the safe. So you think as a guy who was much older, he would burn the thing and just hide it. So I was just going to. Nicolas Cage already explained snuff film, so I didn't have to. You just buy this old lady's sincerity. She wants proof, and she's very disturbed by what she saw. Now, we don't see the full thing, the grisly details. I remember the trailer for this film being really good, really well edited. Like the music they used, the way it was edited. Very good looking trailer. I mean, yeah, the film itself. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I do like that we're kind of seeing it from Nicolas Cage's point of view. So you see the projector itself and, a little bit of the back of his head. So we're in his eyes, his point of view. Actors did a good job because, of course, we know, 8mm is a film, so that's an actress, but it's supposed to be portraying someone who seems like she's going to get killed, and the fear and the tears. Very believable, her acting, so she did a really good job. Now, I'm sure this is a guy that's watched a lot of horror films, but when you see a film that has the doubt of whether this is real or not, you would have a bit more of an emotion like he has to it. Because there's always that doubt. See, what this does a nice job is setting up what the situation is, having people give reactions that you believe in. This lady wants to know if this is real or this is some over the top gag fakery. Because the thought is, if it was just a film, why would you hide it in a safe like that? And there's plenty of horror films you can watch where people die, so it's like, why would he just not watch those horror films like Friday the 13th? You watch Kevin Bacon, Arrow through the net. So the question is, well, why? You could watch all those slasher films, but he's going to hide this film. So that's where that's that quality of there's something more to this. Well, those are lies. He is smoking. Did a bad job hiding those cigarettes. But 1999, I mean, yeah, think about like all the films that came out that year, whether you liked or disliked them. Fight Club, The Matrix, Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, American Beauty, American Movie, the documentary, The Blair Witch Project, The Sixth Sense. It's a crazy year for movies. Even films like Deep Blue Sea, Wild Wild West, Tarzan, the Disney movie. Of course, this film. I mean, even that's a much more interesting year than this one. I'll say that much. And plenty more that came out. Now, of course, the reason Nick Cage has a stitch is because he's not able to duplicate the film. Of course, nowadays you could probably, well, you could probably take a picture with your cell phone and then use that. You would think, though, that let me print out a. Well, they said we don't want anything duplicated, so they did mention that. But it's like, I should at least have a picture instead of just a stitch. Oh, there it is. Okay, so he does have it. So it makes me wonder why didn't he show this before that? That's a lot of damn names to go through to try to find this one lady. But it shows his investigative angle, trying to find anything, any details that he could jump on. The tattoo on the hand, the pentagram. So obviously it's been longer than 3 weeks because he said it'd be just 3 weeks, and he says it's been a long time. So, but I don't know. Has it been like 2 months? Like it'd be nice to have a bit more clear as to how long it's been. But I do like that it's taken a long time. It's not like he found this in 5 minutes. So that may just show that it's a bit of a tougher state of affairs to find this. There you go. It shows like he's been looking. So again, it doesn't feel like this is team out of the blue. Marianne Matthews, age 16, missing since 1993. And he said around 92, 93 is when they stopped having that type of film. So there you go. Nice establishing shot there. Yeah, again, Joel Schumacher got a bad rap as a director because of Batman and Robin. Not even so much Batman Forever, it was because of Batman and Robin. Yes, Batman and Robin was a bad movie, but John Carpenter made bad movies. The Ward, I think, is a bad movie. Doesn't mean John Carpenter was a bad director. John Woo did that awful remake of The Killer, and he did Manhunt. Doesn't mean he's a bad director. So I like that he tried to remember his name so that she fills in the blanks. But that's what I mean. Like, what the story is a nicely told story, paced well enough, so it's not going so fast that you go, wait, how did A from net to B to net to C? But at the same time, I don't find it boring. The color scheme is subdued, which makes sense for the type of story it's telling, but it doesn't feel fake to filter like they would do nowadays. The acting, fairly solid so far. I do like this actress that plays the mother here. Very natural. And again, the Cage calming down his persona and just. I think there was a Joe Schumacher talked about. I don't know if this is true, but I read originally this was supposed to star Russell Crowe. That the original idea, I don't know if this is true, so if not, I apologize, but Russell Crowe was going to do the film with Joe Schumacher. It was going to be a small budget, like, indie, like, gritty movie. But then Nicolas Cage had called and said, hey, I heard you doing this movie, I'd love to do it. And then, because Nicolas Cage had won an Oscar for Leaving Las Vegas, box office hits like The Rock, Con Air, City of Angels, that was a hit. That was 1998. So these films were box office hits. Hey, we could get this guy, and it could be like a more of a big budget film. So Joe Schumacher chose that probably because, hey, I want to work with a bigger budget, want to make it look a bit better and slicker, sleeker. I would have been curious to see what the gritty, smaller film would have been with Russell Crowe as his character. That would have been interesting. I like the movie we got, but Russell Crowe, just how intense he can be. That does seem intriguing. You should do that movie now. Granted, it'd be a rip-off of this movie, but I mean, like, a similar movie with Russell Crowe. And Russell Crowe, I liked as an actor. I liked him in The Pope's Exorcist. That was good. And Virtuosity. I mean, both parties here you can understand. Like, Nick Cage is like, well, what more can I say? I can't really say anything to make her feel better. And she is just, she wants to help, but it's been so long, like, she doesn't know what else she could say. I mean, at least the music here is kind of in tone with the. It fits with the tone of the movie. Because there are some movies where they'll have music they go, what the fuck is this music? Okay, where's this place at? I'm trying to remember. Where the hell is this place he's at? It's like the garage or something? Must be with a ugly ass toilet. A toilet that no one would use. Yeah, I guess he's in the garage or something? Huh. Well, lo and behold. Grab Purse, like, how the hell did he find that? He psyched it? But, I mean, he is an investigator, to be fair, and people in the past would have looked of only what was in her room. So this guy's like, yeah, at that time they think she just ran away. While here he knows there could be something much more sinister happening. Warren Anderson. She's like, hey, I asked you a question. You want a drink? God damn it! So now it's the kind of this question of he has to hide his diary from his mom who wants something. So I'm trying to remember if she sends it. Does he send the diary later to her? I think he does. I can't remember. Very far away from California. Now, is that who I think it is? I think that's I can never forget. I always forget his damn name. He's in The Walking Dead as Daryl. He was in Blade 2. He was in the video game Hideo Kojima made. I always forget his damn name. I'm gonna be mad at myself when I'm just gonna get my phone. Hey, it's like, hey, the guy wants to be a dick. I'll treat you like a dick too. And sorry if I'm silent at times. I'm listening to the dialogue. This has been a long time since I've seen the movie. Norman Reedus. I always forget his damn name, but yeah, the guy in the prison, Norman Reedus. I don't know why I always forget his damn name, but yeah, The Walking Dead. Yeah, Daryl. Boondock Saints. Blade 2. Yeah, it made 36 million in the U.S., 59 million foreign for $96 million total. 23% Rotten Tomatoes. Sadistic violence, unappealing, lacking suspense and mystery. Audiences gave it a C minus. But Roger Ebert liked it. Yeah, he's one of the few that liked it. So there you go. You know, as much crap as, I mean, to give on to Ebert, like his 0-star review, The Hitcher, I disagree with entirely. Once in a while, he'll surprise me. Like this film, The Golden Child, Leviathan. Sister on Ebert gave Leviathan, Golden Child thumbs up. It's a very interesting question here he raises. Would you rather believe, hope that she's alive, but never know, or choose to know even though the answer is she's dead? So again, the idea is, if you find out she's dead, do you want to know that she's dead, or do you want to keep that hope alive so you have that hope in your heart? Oh, does he leave the diary here? Oh, it made sense to get the picture, yeah. Better picture to use. Made sense. Oh, he does leave the diary. You would think if she finds that thing, she'd be pissed. Why didn't you tell me? Right there in Hollywood. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Had to do something real quick. I'm stopped at 35 minutes and 11 seconds. Unpause. Now. Again, sorry about that. Pretty much him looking around Hollywood, trying to find any kind of info in any way. As an investigator, I wouldn't even know what to do, because if it's 93 since she's been missing, and if this takes place in 99 when the film came out, that means 6 years. I can maybe randomly find someone in 6 years. In the 6 years, you'll know who this person is or recognize the person. It just that's the point. It's just, you just keep looking and looking. Remember movies when they had strip clubs and you see titties and all sorts of stuff? Man. Joaquin Phoenix. Fairly young Joaquin Phoenix, before, of course, Joker, among many other films. Almost 75 bucks in porn mags, goddamn. Very unique to see Joaquin Phoenix here. In cold blood, Truman Capote. You name the vice, I name the price. I remember that was a line from later on. But I wonder, like, he's writing these phone numbers down. I wonder what he's going to try to do with these phones, like, phone numbers. Try and remember. Oh, he found something. Oh, he noticed something. What did you notice, man? What did you... Someone in the reflection? Or something? Something back there. Aha. I like the. It's like he's trying, like almost like he's trying to find a way to get the hell out of this job. Is she's like, oh, I'm sure you could do it. Fine, ma'am. I'm sure. Yes, I could do it. Yeah, no problem. Let's say before we start, I'm straight. Congratulations. I like that. And that's the sad thing is this Max guy. I mean, yeah, he wants a bit of money, but he's not. Doesn't seem that awful of a guy. And then Sally gets poorly paid for helping out and gets killed. $500 for a few days seems pretty good. I don't even know if they're that much different in age. That's a really cool looking shot of that alleyway to show nice dark sinister vibe to this alley. The devil don't change. The devil changes you. Remember there's another line. Dance with the devil don't change. Devil changes you. Yeah. Good food for thought. I mean, there's a lot of truth to that statement. Nice smoky atmosphere here. I don't know about any of these ladies. I mean, with this kind of environment, I'd be like, I don't know what they caught, and I don't know what they have. And they may have someone I don't want to catch. If this film was done nowadays, it'd probably have Danny Trejo in this scene. They definitely don't like being asked that. So yeah, pretty much showing them all the darker recesses to see where the more outrageous stuff is at to try to maybe find these people. It is, to be truthful, like, what more can you do but take chances? I'm surprised he's not like be a bit more open eyes. Listen, I'm looking for who made this film that might be a snuff film. Yeah, just right there with the whole thing that says kids. I'd be unnerved as well. Way beyond. Oh, I'm trying to remember, like, this is like a. Isn't this like a con? Like. Well, that's nice. You get one for free if you buy 5. Man, I don't know. This seems dark enough for me. People say, "Oh, it's tame." I don't know. I don't know if it seems that tame. I mean, yeah, there's not fucking blood flowing everywhere. It doesn't mean it's not tame in other aspects. Like this whole sequence here, I could feel the. I gotta wash my damn hands. What is that? The enema? Like, what is it? Like an animal porn or something? Yeah, it is. Had asked. Jesus. What are you doing with your fucking swimming shit? Oh yeah, doesn't he find? Yeah, this is where he finds out this is like the same actress. So it's fake. Yeah, I think he finds out like this is a fake. Like it's a different actress and another tape. I think. I seem to vaguely remember that. Well, at least it's Sony. I like that the TV itself has this like dirty ass stain on it. Like even the TV is getting stained by the corruption on this tape. There's this big stain right there on the TV. Yeah, it's the same actress. Yep. God, what a shithole place this is. I like Joaquin Phoenix. I like the delivery of his lines. I liked his. It's like a word of warning of doom. The devil's changed you already. Yeah, and someone's watching his ass. It seemed like early on someone was watching him, so I guess like. Oh, I think this woman I could be wrong on the left, this nun. I think she's the woman in West Dream's New Nightmare. The one who's like that doctor you just hated, who didn't believe in the kid, thought Heather Langenkamp was beating her kid, and I think that's her. They just hated that character. At least I did. I think that was her. And that would have been before this. So that was her stuff. Maybe there's some kind of. Hopefully, some kind of clues in this. Break it. Maybe there's money in it. I'll be take the thing now and see if there's anything in it. So she got here wanting to be a star. Someone comes up and says, "You could be in a movie." Sally's not the movie she wanted, or not the movie she thought of. HWM. Hmm. I remember if that's Peter Stormare watching or someone else. I really like the score. The score has a good dark rhythm to it. Or is this James Gandol? Ah, James Gandolfini. That's right. May he rest in peace. And that there says it all, that look. That look says it all. He has seen her, you can tell by his eyes. And Nick Cage knows it. James Gandolfini, may he rest in peace, he was such a phenomenal actor. For a while there, someone had me react to each episode of The Sopranos, at least the first 2 or so seasons. And each one he knocked out of the park, each episode as Tony Soprano. Sadly, I didn't get any requests to check out the other ones. Maybe one day. But, yeah. He always gave full tilt energy and intensity with his performances. James Gandolfini just did a great job. Even in this... And the more I'm watching, the more I'm remembering it. Yeah, he just did a wonderful job in this. Great actor. Sally, the inner demons, the drugs, they all took their toll and died way too soon. This is a shame. Damn shame. It's definitely too bad. Your mama any teeth? Because if so, send her down, you fuck. Just James Gandolfini really made that work. Of course. You want to be in a movie? Give me a little bit of a taste here and there. Yeah, you want to be part of a movie? Doing his bit of Harvey Weinstein there. That's pretty much what he was doing, his bit of Harvey Weinstein. Again, very nice look at the picture. Nice color schemes utilized. Blues and showcasing the gloomy stature of everything. Oh, that's his wife. Again, he's being, divulging into the seedy underbelly. Kind of makes you think of Millennium, where you had Lance Henriksen, you had that bright yellow house that's like the safety, the home, where Hope lives, his wife, his daughter. As Frank Black, Lance Henriksen delves into this whole sicko world of serial killers and stuff. Especially the first season, Millennium. Great show. Deserves a Blu-ray. Can we get a fucking Blu-ray of Millennium? At least the first season, for crying out loud. God damn. Great show. It deserves it. You put that documentary on there too. Like, come on now. What are we waiting for? I know it's dark, but it kind of fits the movie. It being such a dark movie. Not just look-wise, but theme-wise. So it kind of fits. Like, the darker it gets, my beard will disappear to my shirt. There's them shooting their films. That guy's buff. Uh-oh. You pervert. Damn, got the gun out ready and everything. Psych. Have fun in the pool. I like this idea too, the Diaz reaction. Because it'd be like just level confusion. What the fuck he's talking about? What? But instead, he got his hand in his head. He's worried, he's confused. Instead of going, oh, he's going to call someone. Yep, he's going to call someone. At the on the other end, that's Peter Stormare. Blow me, you paranoid fuck. Now, Peter Stormare, which we'll see his face later, he's been a lot of stuff. He was in Armageddon. He was in Bad Boys 2. He was the devil in Constantine with Keanu Reeves. Done a lot of stuff, Peter Stormare. He was in Fargo. Him and Steve Buscemi. So now I forgot the two of them went to New York. Like I said, it's been a while. I can't remember the last time I saw this film. If I reviewed it, then it's whenever I reviewed it. So it would have been then. So yeah. I forgot how long the film was too. It's like two. Yeah, they said 2 hours long. So hmm. Hmm. So I do like they keep establishing how he has money to afford all this. Might not seem like a big deal for people, but it just adds a little bit to the reality of the situation. And just, yeah, him having to just watch this constant array of crap. Like, movies is one thing, because you know it's fake, but when you have to see this real stuff, it does get to you a bit. Man, back in the day, you had VHS tapes, VCRs, TVs where it go click, click, click to change the channel. I mean, 1999, I would have been 16 years old at that time. There's the guy. He's going to have the same tattoo. Yep, the pentagram. Calls himself Machine. Another piece of the puzzle has been solved. Or closer to being solved. But yeah, showing the sick underbelly of stuff. How do you imagine someone like making a movie about Hollywood and how sick Hollywood is? Of course, money is always the enticement. Damn. Here's Peter Stormare. I can hear his voice. Yeah, there's Stormare. Yeah, Nick, you sound really enthusiastic at how much of a genius he is. Really enthusiastic. Sorry, I'm listening to the dialogue, so. Peter Stormare is just so good being a creep. So good at being a villainous type of character. But also good being humorous in, like, what was it, John Wick 2 at the beginning there? He worked well. In Armageddon, I thought his humor worked well in that. It makes sense what Nick Cage is doing here. Like, he's not going to ask for a snuff film because they'd be tipped out. So I'm just going to ask for an actual, hardcore film. Get this guy in there so I can get absolute answers from both these guys at the same time. So I wonder at this point. You trust me to take your money, but not your picture. So you have to wonder, maybe at this point he already knows who these guys are, so he's accepting it to set up. They just want to set him up, but he'll be set up. Or something, I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen it. I remember bits and pieces. There's three rules. Well, I mean, there's three rules. One, there's always a victim. One, there's always a victim. Two, don't be the victim. And three, I forget three. I thought this was endearing too. Like, Nick is smart enough to know that these guys are absolutely dangerous. They're people we can't trust. Here's a ticket. Be safe. Go home and take care of it. But I don't know if either A, they followed him and they caught Joaquin, or B, he decided not to go home and they caught him for it. I don't know which. But he tried to get him out of it. Like I said, I don't know if how they caught Joaquin Phoenix. Because I think pretty soon we're going to have him get killed. I was so surprised there's like 50 minutes left of the film. I'm like, really? There's 50 minutes left of the movie? It seems like we're about ready to get into the inciting incident that will then start the third act of the film, but a lot of the locations they had for this is a very dreary area. I'm actually going to turn on, since it's getting even darker, I'll be right back. I'm going to turn on a light for this. I'm paused at 1 hour, 14 minutes, and 37 seconds. Unpause. No? I was thinking like maybe I'll just keep it going and then I'll be consumed by darkness, which will kind of fit the themes of this movie, but at the same time be like, nah, maybe people don't want to see that. So Yeah, he's gotta know something is up here. Oh, is this James Gandolfini? Yep, there's Gandolfini. Sorry, I just got pulled into the movie. Sorry about that. Ah, I forgot he was part of this. Anthony Heald. I completely forgot about that. God. Completely forgot. Why didn't Anthony Heald bring the film? He says, why you come and bring the film? Why wouldn't Anthony Heald bring the film? Wouldn't he have the film with the old lady? Or did Nick Cage bring the film with him? I guess to be fair, he did watch it, to be fair. He just didn't want to duplicate it, but he did keep it with him. So, okay. So yeah, he took it and in order to study it. Pure Stormare just like you buy him being insane, man. What a prick. I think this is where you get that reaction. I'm trying to understand. This is probably closer you get to the rage rant, but I thought it works for this. I mean, that is an answer a lot of people do it because he could. Why did P. Diddy do this stuff? Why did anybody do this stuff who's got money? Because they could. Because you can, and you go, why not, despite morality? Because you could. Ooh. Sorry, I'm not saying anything. It's just they're just beating the shit out of Nick Cage there. They'll get their comeuppance soon enough. Oh yeah, the fire, the evidence. So there's no way to prove it. I mean, yeah, really good cast. They're really believable in the roles. Hey, money is root of all evil, some say. So of course it'll be fighting over money. And some people may say it's a bit pushing it in terms of believability that none of them would be watching Nicolas Cage. But again, the way these actors are committing to it is like believable because they're doing it. Don't pick it up. Oh, when he drops it, he'll fire it. Ooh, shit. Just shot right to the neck. Don't stop. Ooh. Oh, there you go. Right on the stomach. There you go. See how you like that? It's like, come on, man. Who's crazier, Cage or Gandolfini? Come on. Come on, Cage, get to the gun. Hurry up. There we go. He'll believe it. Believe it. He's not lying. He only needs one bullet. This makes sense. He's got to get the hell out of there, so. But yeah, I do like the music involved and just the way it looks, just how dreary everything is. I do wish Nicolas Cage had killed Peter Stormare because he seems like the guy, one of the guys that deserves it the most. I just inadvertently him fanning the flame sort of helped result in Peter Stormare getting killed. Oh, there you go. Good camera work here showcasing the speed of the car. Yeah, he wants to get the hell as far away as he can. I don't blame him. Dude, just explain. I mean, I don't mind her being confused and scared. It'd be like, it would be a lot to explain, I guess. Oh yeah, she ends her life, but she leaves something behind. I feel so sorry for this lady here. I think she did a really good job. Just your heart breaks for this woman, and this is yeah. I think she can't deal with it, and she just decides to end it all. I think she left something for him though, but yeah, like she never really knew her husband, and she can't accept it. I just feel so sorry for her. Yeah, I explained to her something. Tell her everything, man. Still not going to tell her any details, huh? You think she'd be a bit more understanding if you told her the whole fucking truth? Still won't tell her, huh? Yeah, keep telling yourself that. This is where the old lady's going to be dead. So she left a payday for her and a payday for him. Payday for Mary's mom and payday for you. There's a letter as well. And that's the thing, like, okay, some people didn't like that. This is more of a story based movie and not exploitation. I was fine with that. I wasn't disappointed with that. Some probably wanted much more of a try to forget us. Sorry, I'm listening to the dial. That's why I'm silent. That's one of the few things that bothers me. Just tell her what the fuck is going on. Didn't say it back to him. He said I love you, but she didn't say it back. I think then Andrew Kevin Walker stripped, he would come back and pretty much his marriage would be left in shambles because of this. But as the movie, there's a bit more hope to it, which is what Joel Schumacher wanted, but not what Andrew Kevin Walker wanted, among other stuff. So, well, I mean, with the way you see the relationship at this point, it does seem like that's the more logical progression. Is oh, there you go. Well, it makes sense. You get the shot of me, I'm gonna get the shot of you now. Ooh, good kiss to the stomach there. Oh yeah, this is where he's gonna call the mom and get permission to kill the guy. And then more so, like, did you love her? Do you miss her? Which I did what the whole deal, because in the movies the movies at times make it easy that someone kills someone. When in reality, that'd be a much tougher situation mentally, especially even with people you deserve it. And that's the wrong answer. Someone does care. He's right. It does look like a shithole. Just listen to the way Gandolfini is displaying it. It's the wrong answer, dude. You just want a beating, don't you? Oh, he, see here, Nick Cage yelling and being angry makes sense. It's not over the top cliche Nick rage. Here, it like makes sense, and it fits with the proceedings. It fits with the story. That's the wrong thing to say. Yeah, it did the bullets out of my head. Gandolfini, James Gandolfini is so good in this. Just a bit with his tongue too. Goddamn. Yeah, this is where he's going to call the mom and try to get sum up the viciousness inside of him to finally do the deed. I wonder if the whole movie was done in that kind of 16 millimeter, kind of like Texas Chainsaw Massacre kind of look, and you see all the little scratches, and then maybe that would bring a bit more of a darker atmosphere to the proceedings, even more so. It's a tough scene because I thought the actors did their jobs very well. Oh, there you go. He wasn't laughing that time. Just beat the hell out of him with the butt of his pistol. Well, that's one way to do it. And burn it all down. Well, there you go. You like your porn so much you don't want to burn in it. I mean, I know with porn usually you get hot, but this is a different kind of hot. This ain't the hot you're looking for. You know, hot and bothered. This is a different type of hot and bothered. Time to burn, fucker. Burn. Goodbye. Oh yeah, he doesn't know who Machine is, right? Oh, okay. Okay, he's coming around. Hmm. Good way to find him. Good way to find him. Well, there you go. Yep, there you go. I think another thing in the Andrew Kevin Walker script was that when this guy's unmasked, it's supposed to be this disfigured, terrible looking person, but then when he gets unmasked here, well, I don't think you were supposed to see his face, but here you just see it's a regular guy. Just a regular looking guy who just enjoyed doing this. And sends his mom off to her Christian little school bus. So I guess the question, like, after everything's over, does he ever tell his wife anything about what happened? I don't know. I mean, part of me thinks like the last guy would be like, well, I guess it would be this guy because he's the one who did the actual killing. So I guess it does make sense that this would be the final guy. He did the actual physical act with his hands. He knew you were coming, or you heard you break the damn window or something. So you knew something was up. So I think this has some decent tension. I don't think it's like without any tension like some critics say. This has some nice tension there. Danzig. Now people are like, oh, okay, if you listen to Danzig, I guess you're a sicko killer. I said, well, not really. I bet there are sicko killers that watch, I don't know, Abbott Costello movies. Or listen to Elton John. Any second now will come out. Be a big fight. Right about now. Or probably right around this corner. Yeah, pretty soon. Probably up to this door. Or maybe from behind. Well, I mean, any second now, but I've been wrong with each other things. Now I'll be behind. Nope, right there. There you go. Oh shit. Good stunt there. Of course the gun had to be there. Ooh. I forgot he talked. Up there you go. How's that feel about the the pain? You like that stabbing? You like that stabbing? Yeah, doesn't he say a line like, what do you expect? Come on, Cage, you should have been much more adamant about that. Should have been much more ready about that. Great, I think the music's a bit over the top with all the instruments playing. But I do like the idea that there is no big secret as to why he killed it. Just does it because he wants to. Which is, A real course of action for a lot of people. I would shoot him in the head just in case. Just in fucking case. Yep, there you go. Yeah, I think the rain would wash away a good chunk of the evidence that he may have left behind in the outside of the house. He had gloves, so he might not have left a lot inside the house. Nobody was home except him. So I'm just listening. So those are the final words, save me. I would assume he would have told her the whole story, I would think. Oh, shut up, cat. It's one of the cats that just was saved because he had no tail, and he can be annoying though at night. Because he wants to go outside, but he can't go outside because there's all sorts of animals out there that would eat him up, and he doesn't understand that. Just how it goes. Oh yeah, he doesn't get the letter from the old lady. I guess she sent it, I don't know, just before she died, I guess. Or something. Or is this the mom? No, it's the mom, okay. Well, that's even better. Hmm. Hmm. That's nice. That letter from the mom. Very nice. And then a little smile. That little bit of hope. I guess that's what Andrew Kevin Walker had such a problem with. I don't see the problem. I'm perfectly fine with that. I think that works well. I think one thing that they should have done is her mouthing the words "I love you," because the last time he said that, she did not answer back. So at this, if she said "I love you," and then he smiles, I think that would have been the little cherry on top. Just a little thing. But overall, Chaz Stahelski, wow. Stunts Chaz Stahelski, director of John Wick, well, one of the two directors of John Wick, and did John Wick 2, John Wick 3, John Wick 4. I didn't know Chaz Stahelski did stunts for this, but there you go. Chaz Stahelski, the director of the John Wick films, did stunts for this. At least one of them. Yeah, overall, still a very solid film. A little bit long in the tooth at 2 hours. They did little things here and there. Overall, this is still a very solid film. I would still say a bit underrated. This is a bit of an underrated film. No one really talks about it anymore. No one really comments on it anymore, but it did a lot of good stuff in it. It really did. It really did. I still quite enjoy this movie. And I don't know if it'd be in my top 5 Nick Cage films. Maybe. I mean, I know Con Air and The Rock would be in there. Willy's Wonderland and Mandy would be in there. So, I don't know. Close. Maybe it would be top 5. I don't know. But I do quite like the film. Rest in peace to Joel Schumacher. Did a wonderful job. I'm sorry, Andrew Taylor Walker. I don't think this film's that bad to disown it. Maybe it's not what you wanted, but I still think it's pretty solid in what it needed to do. And overall, thanks goes out to Ben. Hope the commentary sufficed. And we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye for now. Thanks, Ben. It was nice to watch this again. Definitely a pleasure. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.